Hi, I'm Bruce Pratt. This is my Cozy 3. We're going to do a little walk around video and an engine install from Jan's Viking 150 engine. Bought the engine about 5 years ago, got it installed, and we're about 3 years of flying and 153 hours. Okay, now just walk around the plane now. I don't need to be in it. Okay, we'll start off with the muffler. The muffler's a stock Viking muffler. We did put a 45 in it here and kick the exhaust back to come out at the standard cowl exhaust. We can move down to the lower radiator mount and engine mounts. This is the lower mounting bracket. It's bolted on to the engine mount down to a grommet with a peg on the lower part of the radiator, and that's the lower radiator mount. On the left side, we can go up to the engine mount, standard Cozy or Long Easy extrusions for the engine mount. We got another one up here higher. You notice this is the air box for the radiator. It comes in off of the lower NACA duct. We'll get a picture of that in a minute. And then we've got the upper radiator mount up here that goes down to a vibration isolator built onto the radiator. This is the expansion tank for the radiator. This other tank is just the vent tank for the gearbox. These are the electrical pass-through for the firewall fuel line coming from the fuel line. These are the vent lines here. This comes off the tank. This one comes off of the fuel pump tank, mini tank, behind the passenger seat. And then they go down to the air box on the before the radiator, get a little positive pressure on it. We'll go back down here to the lower engine mount again. This is the throttle cable coming through. It's a Baxter throttle quadrant. Goes up through here. This is the air box. This goes to a NACA duct off of the lower cowl down here. And the same on this side for the engine mounts. 2 bolts on each engine mount. And then we've got the upper radiator bracket here. And that's about it down here, I guess. Why don't you go down underneath, and you can look back through here. You can see the radiator through the NACA duct. That's the water pump belt and alternator belt. This is a cooling box to get a little extra cooling on the gearbox. It goes to another NACA duct on the cowl. I'll get the cowl out and show you about that. And I have a second gearbox cooling duct that comes over and goes down and blows on the lower gearbox. This is the wiring. It's sitting on top of the spar for the main wings. Then over here on the left is the ECU, controls engine firing and operation. And those are the wing tank fuel gauges there. And then down over here is the mini fuel tank with 2 fuel pumps on it. And that's pretty much the installation, the vent lines and the fuel lines up there next to the batteries where they go through the firewall. This is the lower cowl. This is from looking from the front back. This is the NACA duct that went to the lower engine gearbox. This is just a little reflective heat reflector for the muffler. This is the NACA duct that went over to the white triangular looking cowl, and then this one went to the air cleaner. And you can see on the back where this was bumped out a little bit for the one engine mount, not too bumped out too much. This one was bumped out a little bit further.